Good afternoon, third grade online learners. Welcome. Everybody say hello.
Hi.
This is Mr. Monzo's homeroom class, and we are happy to be here. And we wanted to mention we will send you a greeting on Thursdays, as long as I don't forget. You guys remind me. Our online learner, we know we have Lorenzo at home, and there might be others, but we're going to greet them on Thursdays instead of every day of the week. We are thinking about you, but we like to get as much science out there as we can, and we'll relax a little on Thursdays. This week, what you can expect to see is a quiz at the end of the week based on the pages in our textbook that we will be reading and the websites that you do journal entries on. We had a technical problem last week and we fixed it. So now, whatever you type on Tuesday, it automatically saves on your Google Doc as soon as you type it. And then you look at it on Wednesday and it will be there. So Mondays is there Tuesday, Tuesdays is there Wednesday, Wednesdays is there Thursday. Thursday's our last day, and then we can hit the turn it in button. Do not turn it in before Thursday or before you're done with all 4 journal entries. This Friday morning, I get here a little bit early, 7 a.m. I will start looking at journal entries. And I'm going to see, did you write at least one sentence? I'd like us to write at least 3 eventually. But you can't just have an empty space anymore. You have to have words in there, and they have to tell us about the website that you looked at. If that gets too hard to do for some reason, you can summarize your book and say, Mr. Monzo, today I summarized page A14, and tell me what's on that page. Okay, the idea is, did you learn something in science, and you show it in your journal entries. Again, the technical problem has been fixed, so we now can get 4 good points for 4 journal entries on Friday and the quiz. Can somebody raise their hand and tell me, where do the answers for the quiz come from? Lydia. Say study guide. She got it right. Study guide.
I wonder how.
Look at the study guide and read your book, and you'll do good on the quiz. You won't even have to wonder what are the answers here. I know them because I did my work. Does that sound good? Everybody give me 2 thumbs up. Okay. Today's topic is classifying plants. And guys, spoiler alert, it's my favorite lesson of the year because in it, it talks about leaves. And you wouldn't imagine leaves are so interesting, but they are. So whether you're in school or at home, at some point this week, we're going to walk out and find some leaves. And we're going to compare them, and you're going to see there are different types of leaves. Some of them have a smooth edge. Some have a jagged edge. Some, well, if they're crunchy, they probably have been on the ground for a little bit. All right. And this is a great time of the year to see leaves in about 1 more month because they'll all be turning colors. Does anyone know why they start turning colors? Katie.
Because it's fall.
Okay, but why does fall make them turn colors?
Oh.
Cora.
Because there are little things of colors, and there's mostly green, but there's also little itty bits of other colors in there too. And all the green goes down the tree for the fall, then all the other colors show. What does she not do that?
Very good, Cora. Cora tells us these colors are there all along, but they start to show. One of the reasons they're showing is they're not getting as much water. So things that normally turn green aren't turning green. They're trying to conserve their energy, like Cora said, for the winter time, and they get green again in the summer. So we will take a little leaf walk and collect leaves. Now, do not go home and pull a branch off your parents' plants or trees. I had a boy do that once. He said, look at this stick. I said, that's not a stick. It's a branch. You don't want to damage the trees in your parents' yard or your neighbor's yard. If you're going to pick a leaf off a tree, pick 1 leaf. Make sure it's your tree or somewhere in the woods. Don't go in your neighbor's yard and start taking leaves off their trees. Trees are expensive.
What?
I bought a new tree. I bought 2 new trees this summer for my yard.
So you buy a tree. You don't
I bought some fancy trees.
Ooh.
Each one of those trees cost over $200 each.
200?
Yeah,
They're
they're beautiful. They get flowers in the springtime, and they have red leaves instead of green. And if somebody started picking leaves off that tree, I'd be very upset. So, if it's in the woods or you talk to your parents, you can pick a leaf. And I want you to look at the edge of it and the inside where the veins go. In our book on page A16, this is the first page of our lesson, chapter 1, lesson 2, classifying by leaves. One way that scientists classify or group plants is by their leaves. Leaves can be classified by the shape of their outer edge, called the leaf margin. Leaves also can be classified by their texture or the pattern of their veins. So when you rub your fingers on the leaf, is it very rough or is it smooth? It depends on the plant. I know the one tree in my yard that I cut down so I could plant the new ones, the leaves were so rough, their texture. If I went by them on my tractor and I brushed my arm, it would give me a brush burn because the leaves were so rough. And, well, a little bit pointy too. Their margin was a little pointy. I got rid of that tree. It was probably 40 years old. It was getting ready to fall down. A vein is a tube that carries food, water, and nutrients throughout a leaf. Leaves can have parallel veins or netted veins. So the veins, the inside, 1 second, Lydia. The veins can run side by side like train tracks, or they can look like a net. Netted veins branch out from the main veins. And on page A16, we have a pawpaw leaf, smooth leaf margin. A pawpaw has large, long leaves with smooth edges. And then I must have had an elm tree in my yard because the leaf looked just like this. Jagged leaf margin. A slippery elm tree has leaves with uneven, jagged edges and a very rough texture. So, wonderful tree for many years. I had it for at least 20 years and it was there before I moved there. But I moved on and I got a little more of a decorative tree. All right, so that's what we're going to be learning about. Netted veins, parallel veins, and just veins of leaves in the tree. Lydia, what do you want to say? Okay, Lydia needs to tend to some business, and we need to get to our journal entry. So today, I want you guys to go on Google Classroom, go to Journals, week 3, look at the website, tell me what it's about, 1, 2, or 3 sentences for 1 point each day. Everybody say goodbye, online learners.
Bye.
Bye-bye, there's Lydia, tending to her business.
Bye.
Okay, see you guys.